What's up, everyone? Brake job day. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and do the brakes all the way around this guy. 113,000 miles on the stock brakes on a F-150. That's phenomenal. My old Chevy, brand new truck, I got about 80,000 out of that, and I thought that was phenomenal. So yeah, Ford did a good job on the brakes. So let's get at it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing jacked up, wheels off, and I'll show you how I do these. All right, wheels are off. Up on jack stands. This is a 2019 F-150. So I'm not sure on the years. I'm thinking like a 2015 up to like a 20 is probably all the same. I bet you even the older ones are real similar. So let's get at it. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the front here and show you how I do these. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Support my channel. I'm trying to get up there to that 1,000 mark. If you haven't already, thank you so much. Share this video, like it, comment. I really appreciate any support you guys can give me. So thanks again. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is, I used to take loose the caliper itself and then the caliper mount, because you got to take the caliper mount off to get the rotor off. If you're not doing the rotor, you can go ahead and just take that off if you want and change your pads, whatever, but that's hill jack shit. Do it right. Put new rotors on, new pads, break them in right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off this caliper mounting bracket first, which consists of, right there, one bolt there, and then one on the very bottom. Hard to see that one. It's down there. It's right. You see it? Right there. Break that loose. Get yourself something to hang it with on the frame. Bungee cord, ratchet strap, wire, chain, rope, whatever you got. So I'm gonna go ahead and break that loose now. All right, so I got myself, actually it's probably metric, 21 millimeter, which I don't have. So this is 13/16. Fits on her nice. Actually probably better than a 21 does, but 13/16 works, 21 will probably work too. So I'm gonna knock those two off real quick and move on. Something kind of important to tell you, if you're using just a standard socket, standard length socket, watch the bleeder. Don't go beating the shit out of your wrench or whatever ratchet and come down here and go bam and knock that thing off. Be careful. Yep, here we go. Got that one out. Got that guy. Yeah, gotta jiggle it. Get her out of there. Now that guy. Now you just pull the whole deal off. See, all one piece, all one deal. Now just get my bungee and hang her up. All right, got her all. Get no bungee. Don't use a bungee. Use a freaking strap, something solid. Got her hanging there pretty good. Line's nice and free. Should be able to maneuver it. Change the brake pads. I'm gonna pull this guy off now and get the new one on there. Oh, rain. Wow, that's good news. FYI, I keep hearing a turkey gobble in the back. I'm gonna try to get a video of it on this video. If I fail, it won't be on here. Oh yeah, he's right up in there. I just heard him gobble. For my food plot. He's gobbling. I just can't see him. Behind that big maple somewhere. All right, here's what I chose. Got some power stop stuff. Not the top of the line option and not the lower line. This is like OEM replacement. It's got the coating on there so don't rust. That was my main concern. I don't want them looking shitty through my wheels. So I'm gonna try these out this time. Got the ceramic pads. They have a better kit than this, but I didn't need it. You got your lube. You Got your directions, optional, hardware, front and rear. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up that other side and get her buttoned up. I like to use some brake cleaner and go over the machine surface, just get any oil off. Pretty good practice to go ahead and do that. These aren't oily at all. I could probably let them slide, but it ain't gonna hurt just to go ahead and put a little layer on there and wipe her off with a non-oily rag, of course. Getting ready to show you how the pads come out. And there you go on that first one. And notice the tangs on the ends. See that? Well, they slide inside the hardware right there and right there. That's why you change those and you put new hardware in there so they're not all rusty like those are. And just want to show you again here. That's what they look like. Just want to show you the inner pad. Same thing. 2 ears, and damn, look at them cracks. All rusty. Put new ones in there, we're gonna call her good. All right, well, 113,000 miles on them, guys. They're making some noise. The inner one was, but it's actually, this is the outer. There's still a little meat on there, but there's no warning deal on here. Look at that, there's still some meat left on there. Huh, I wonder why they were making it grinding. Wasn't real bad. And you can see it's definitely heated up. Probably why. Super hard right here, I bet you, like metal. I mean, it's down there, don't get me wrong. It's time to change them. But yeah, no little warning squeakers on these. I wonder why. It's kind of odd. That's probably why it never happened. Ford says, you know what, we're gonna go right to the grinding noise. You'll know they're bad then. A little squeak, you ignore it anyways, right? Anyways, gonna push the pistons in now with my C-clamp. I don't know if I gotta show you that or not, but maybe I will real quick. Now before you squeeze the piston in, make sure you, well, oh shit, hear that? Let's go see. He's right here next to the barn. Watch this shit. Ready? Oh my God. I told you I heard one gobbling. I've been hunting that bastard all year. Smarter than me. Anyways, back at the brake job. All right, back to the brake job. I told you I heard one gobbling. And he was right next to the barn. I thought he was on that side, but he's actually on this side. But anyways, cool video. Before you push the caliper piston in, you gotta clean this off. Make sure you got everything blown off and clean, which mine is enough. Open that up so she can vent. Probably just keep it on like that. That way you push it in, all the air can come out. So let's get to pushing. All right, one brake pad. It is all the way in, and it was. One or two, I'll just go ahead and just use the one. Two don't do anything for me. I thought it would have helped my C-clamp fit better, but my C-clamp's big enough. I don't need two, so. One pad, 8-inch C-clamp. They're both pushed in right now. Pistons pushed in, ready to place the new hardware in and then the new pads. All right, there's the hardware. Just push her out. It's got one in all four corners. There's that one, that one, that one, and that one. And there's my orientation. So I'll grab one out of my pile of 8, match it up, and snap her in there, all four corners. All right, there's a new one. And if you have to, get yourself some needle nose and pull it in. Make sure they're pulled in, all the way pulled in. You know, give them a nice pull. You don't want no gap behind there. If you got each one of those is out just a little bit further than what it's supposed to be, your brake pad's gonna hang up. So make sure you got them pushed all the way in, nice and solid, and look around there. See that? That's what you want. 4 times. All right, here's gonna be the back pad. Just put a little little lubrication, especially on the tangs, where it's light inside of your hardware. They say to put it on the back of the pad. I don't know why. I don't know. Just a light amount there. I feel the least amount, the better. If your slider pins on your caliper bracket and your caliper, you know, if your caliper does not slide nice, this bracket, you're gonna have to take it apart. You're gonna have to pull your bolts loose like I didn't do and lubricate them. Mine move nice and free, so I'm not gonna worry about it. You wanna take them apart for precaution? Go ahead. Check it out. See how nice that slides on those pins right here? Where are they at? Right there. You can take that apart if you want, but mine's good. Oh, I got the pad in too. Let me show you that. So there's the pad. Got it in. Actually fits really nice. A little snug, but that's okay, because this truck, for some reason, these brakes rattle like crazy all the time. Took everything apart. I can't find anything that rattles in here anywhere. Has to be the brakes, because when I apply them, the rattle goes away. So nothing looked loose to me in there. I have no idea. It might just be the nature, but kind of shitty if it is. All right, both pads are in. Ready to slide it, stuck it right back on caliper, or the rotor. Caliper back on the rotor, and tighten her up. And this side is done. Okay, got them started. Go ahead and get the ratchet and get them buttoned up, and she's done. We'll go to the back next. On to the rear. Well, see here, yep. I want to do the same thing. Take those 2 bolts off, holding the caliper bracket. Take the entire thing off. Looks like a single piston. So I should be able to just get my C-clamp in there and push her back in, and as long as my sliders are sliding good, I'm not going to mess with them. Okay, here's where I screwed up. This has electric parking brake on it, and there's a process to put it in service mode before you push the piston in. That's why you'll see in a little bit here why I struggled. But I did not do it the proper way. You got to do it in service mode to make it go easier. My way does work, and you will see, but definitely not the easiest way. So just kind of watch and you'll see. Well, after further investigation, yeah, you're gonna have to separate the 2, caliper bracket from the caliper, because you can't slide the pads off because they're kind of like keyed in there, little fork deal, and you can't slide them off without taking the caliper loose from the caliper bracket. So yeah, go ahead and get yourself a 13mm socket, zip out those 2 bolts, boom, boom, separate the 2. Now I can go ahead and clean and lube them. All right, separated them. Yeah, do that before you take the caliper bracket off. Be easier. Pain in the ass, the way I did it. So anyways, now I can push the pads right up out of there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, change the hardware, put the new pads in, and then check my little sliders here, but they feel pretty good. All right, this is one of those goddamn fucking thread in freaking piston deals. I don't have the right tool, so I'm able to get a channel lock on there. Be careful, you don't fuck up your seal. And I give it some turns, and I can't push it at the same time, so I turn it a little bit, get my C-clamp carefully. This is plastic, and it hasn't taken much pressure, and just pull it in a little bit till it has a little resistance. Stop, screw it in some more. So I'm going, looking at it this way, I'm going clockwise with it. You know, like you're gonna thread it in, like you're thread a nut on or bolt on tight. And this is the passenger side, so I'm assuming the other side will be left-handed threads. So we'll see. All the way in, just kept twisting it, a couple turns, C-clamp lightly pulled in, twist, pull, until I got it flush. That should be plenty to get my pads and everything in there and clear the rotor. All right, there's the old bracket, or whatever you want to call it. Just get yourself some channel locks and do a little and pull her off. Yeah, just like that. Oh, I'm doing it one-handed, so there. Get the new one on, like that. Snap her on. All right, while I'm in there, I'm gonna go ahead and blow out my wheel speed sensor and the, what do I call that damn thing? Reluctor, wheel, whatever the hell. So I'm gonna blow her out while we're here. All right, all the hardware's in, new pads lubed up, placed in. I'm gonna go ahead and put the caliper bracket back in and then drop the caliper over the pads. Caliper bracket back on, bolts tight. Gonna go ahead and put the caliper back on and start the two bolts, tighten them up, and move on to the next side. But I'm not gonna show you the next side. That's gonna pretty much button it up when I get this on. Well, there it is. That's how I do my brake jobs. I'm gonna go ahead and button up the other side, and then I will pump the brakes, start the truck, pump the brakes, make sure everything moves like it's supposed to. Put the wheels on, and she's done. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Get me to that 1,000. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Give me a like, give me a comment, and I will see you next video.